Good morning. Remember the other day I said to you that I was going to start making the videos that we need for the information that we're going to have to ascend into the last part of this year and basically through our lives into eternity. We are being assisted by many wonderful aspects through the cosmic galaxies and through also our own energies with each other. But just as I had mentioned in that post the other day, we merely cannot come up to anything and say, I want. I mean, actually, we can if we want to, but to walk up to anything and say, I want, is not going to get anything except a big void silence, because basically the energies that you're walking up to saying, I want, are going to wait to say, yeah, okay, what do you want? And then you're going to have to name it. I used the example of ice cream the other day, where the person would walk up and say, I want ice cream. And the person serving the ice cream would have to pause and wait until the person asking for it would be able to identify, what kind of ice cream do you want? Do you want chocolate? Do you want strawberry? Do you want vanilla? And this is the same way whenever we're manifesting with the quantum energies or anything in our life that we ask to provide or give us blessings. We have to be specific about what we want. So today I'm going to segue into another aspect of this, and it is having to do with what we call abundance. One of the things that I like to use for this is an old example of from my life coaching, and I use an ATM machine because a lot of times visualizing and using an ATM machine can help folks understand what is expected on their side when they want abundance. One of the things that you do when you walk up to an ATM machine is you verify who you are. And so that would be important for us to do also in the quantum energies. In other words, this is the statement that we use, I am, the I am's statements. I am present, I am here, I am. We forget this step, and so therefore, if you can imagine, if you walk up to the ATM machine and you merely start punching buttons, it's not going to do anything for you. It wants you to put your card in. It wants you to have an identification. Who is identifying themselves as wanting something from this machine? Trust me, there are many parallels on this earth where we have things in our lives that parallel along exactly how the quantum energies work and go back and forth with us. And this is one of the ways you have to identify. However you identify with yourself. The next thing that you would do is you're going to tell this machine how much you want. In other words, do you want $5? Do you want $25? $50? Do you want $200? And I love it in that in this world, there is a limit to what an ATM machine will give you. How lucky for us that the quantum energies would never limit us. But the same type of thing, when we say that we want abundance, just like the ice cream, the quantum energy is going to pause. It's going to pause and it's going to say, okay, how much do you want? And here's the tricky part. The tricky part is, what are you punching into that machine? Are you $5? Are you $25? Are you $150? Are you $250? Or in the quantum, are you whatever number followed by how many commas, followed by how many zeros, is that your worth? So there's the second step. We have to understand, what are we worth? What type of abundance, how much abundance are we worth? And one of the reasons that the quantum does this, you understand, is to have you define, just like your chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla ice cream, you're going to define to the quantum, what is your worth? Are you gold? Or are you silver? Are you bronze? What are you? In this paradigm on Earth, we have all these levels of saying who we are and how much is our worth. Well, the quantum's actually not interested in earthbound measurements, but it does want to go within, and within is where we get our answer of what is our self-worth. So that's step number 2 that I'd like you to consider as we move through this manifesting with the quantum energies at the end of this 2022. First, you're going to decide what it is that you want. You're going to name it. And after you name it, you're going to more or less tell the universe, tell the cosmic, tell the quantum, tell your angels, tell whoever it is that you're doing. You're going to tell them how much worth do you have by asking for what your worth is. In other words, if you wanted $50, you would not tap in 5. You would tap in 50 because that's what you want. Same thing with the quantum. These are pretty easy steps, but I'm hoping that you'll leave comments in the section. The other thing that I would ask you is that you would give this video a like and that you would subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And if you would care to, leave a comment on the YouTube channel. It just helps it build it and make it strong and make us form the community that would support these types of aspects. So this is the first one, and there's going to be plenty more. And thanks so much for switching over to this format with me. It's so much easier, and I will be able to get us up to speed where we should be. All right, guys, take care. I love you, love each other, and love yourself.